Hi, hi. I am Subir Kumar Dakua. Today we also discuss all deserts of the world. Okay. So, firstly, deserts mainly form due to the causes of the natural and anthropogenic causes. Okay, human gets roles to form deserts, like because we now present times we also cutting the trees. Okay, so it is one of the important forms of it occurs to deserts. Okay, now discuss the different deserts of the world. Okay, let's see. deserts deserts cover deserts cover one fifth of the earth's land surface. The Sahara, the world's largest unknown unbroken desert region, extends from the Atlantic Ocean to the Red Sea, covering total surface area of 9 million kilometers square kilometer. Okay, deserts are among the very dry areas which occurring to the Köppen climatic classification. Okay, receive less than 25 millimeters of precipitation per year. There are hot and cold deserts. A desert will be colder the closer it is to the poles and the higher the altitudes of which it lies. This poster deals with the deserts lying between the tropics of Cancer and Capricorn. One also distinguishes between stony or rocky deserts and sandy deserts. Okay, the dry deserts areas are home to a surprisingly wide diversity of inhabitants, like plants, animals, peoples who, over the course of time, have optimally adapted to the extreme living conditions. Deserts are continually subject to change for which both human beings and nature are responsible. Human activities can and contribute to converting areas with sparse vegetation cover into desert-like conditions. This can be caused, for example, by the cutting and burning the vegetation or overgrazing of livestock. Okay, the surface is exposed to wind, rain, and direct sunlight. Okay, allowing erosion and dehydration to readily gain the upper land. Okay, dunes can move many meters per year, and in a short time cover cultivated areas with sand. In the context of an increasing loss of arable land due to desertification, with all the attendant socio-economic consequences, the United Nations Convention to combat desertification was drafted in 1994. Okay, and starting 1999, a World Desert Day is being organized each year on June 17th June. Okay, तो कौन से टाइम में होता है 1919 में वर्ल्ड डिजर्ट डे हम मनाते हैं, और जो 17 जून में वो होते हैं. ओके, जो इकोनॉमिक कंसिक्वेंस ऑफ द यूनाइटेड नेशन कन्वेंशन ऑन कॉम्बैट डिजर्टिफिकेशन वाज ड्राफ्टेड इन 1994. ओके, तो वो 1994 में हुआ था. इन सेवरल कंट्रीज लाइक इजिप्ट, इजराइल एंड साउदर्न कैलिफोर्निया में ये एफर्ट्स देखते हैं हम आर बीइंग मेड टू विन बैक अरेबल लैंड्स फ्रॉम द डिजर्ट. और डिजर्ट्स जो अरेबल लैंड्स वो हम पाया है तो अर्बन फर्टिलाइजर्स, यूजिंग फर्टिलाइजर्स. ओके, सॉइल स्ट्रक्चर इम्प्रूव हुआ है, एंड इंटेंसिव इरिगेशन का प्रोजेक्ट वो कराया गया है. तो नेक्स्ट क्या, द यूजफुलनेस ऑफ सैटेलाइट इमेज. The useful satellite image made it possible to study a large surface area in its totality. Okay, both natural and anthropogenic phenomena can be mapped out. The images allow scientists to study the different types of desert and their evolution, and analyze their general geomorphological characteristics using a time series of satellite images. one can follow a desert's expansion or land reclamation from the deserts. Okay, estimates the dangers of plans plan out measures for combining desertification for sustainable management or fragile regions. The sensors with which satellite images are taken are more sensible than the human's eye. Thus, it is possible to observe reflected infrared, which is typical for healthy vegetation. On the image of such IR is colored in red. Okay, infrared color is red, which allows vegetation covered areas to be distinguished. Brief comments on main maps and insets. Main maps means on this world map. Okay, is made on the basis on spot. Vegetation satellite images. The deserts are colored in ochre yellow. Dark parts within these areas correspond to higher relief and higher altitude areas. The location of 9 insects is indicated. Precipitation map. The precipitation map always shows the concentration between the average rainfall precipitation and the desert areas. The small map also gives the sites which correspond to the different inset maps. Map of the vegetation types. The location of the deserts in the international area are plotted on this map. Okay. Now we describe the different deserts. Okay. First is Atacama Desert. Okay. Source Landsat TM. Okay. 15/1/1887. Color composite. The Atacama Desert extends along the west coast of South America. Okay, South America in northern Chile. Okay, the desert lies a great elevation. Okay, a great elevation is after America, after Antarctica, the driest area of Earth. On Earth, that altitude of its is a contributing cause of the desert climate. Orographic precipitation falls on the west flanks on this mountain before ever reaching the altitude of the Atacama Desert. Okay, the desert is a typical rock desert, rough structures with numerous incisions with salt deposits in the closest depression. White color. Okay, it is characterized by typical fault structure. Okay, thus one can make out primary faults with numerous transverse faults looking like crisis crossing linear structures in the picture. The many color shades in the image are due to differences in the structures and composition on the Earth's surface. The desert yields the largest open crop coupled copper mine found in the world, as well as a unique sodium nitrate reserve. Okay, the very clear sky above the deserts with stars that seems close enough to touch. Okay, so the many color shades of the image, we've seen difference in the structure and composition of the Earth's surface. The desert yields the largest open copper mine and formed in the world, as well as unique sodium nitrate. Okay, here reserve. Okay, sodium nitrate. Okay, in H103, and the very clear sky is above the deserts. Okay, with stars that seem close enough to touch. It is a surprise that several astronomic observations are located here. The desert landscape has been selected to test the prototype of a future lunar rover. Next is Great Lake and Salt Lake. Great Landsat MSS 24/7/1992. Okay, Great Salt Lake. Great Salt Lake क्या है? The false color composite. Salt Lake is typically salt desert. Okay, located on in the state of Utah, Utah, USA, west of Salt Lake City. The area consists of the driest lake where salt has been deposited by evaporation. This salt forms a white crust on the Earth's surface. Extensive salt plains visible on the image. As a white spot, a shallow depression filled with water can be observed in light blue color. Okay, a railway and highway cross the plain and have an impact on the soil drainage system. Dross Valley. Dross Valley spot a multispectral XS 13 1998. Okay, false color composite. The Dross River originates from the Atlas Mountain, in the Atlas Mountain in Morocco, and forms an inland delta in the Sahara. The Draw River, okay? Draw Valley suffers from intense sand drifts, numerous oases with date palms, which serve as a major source of income for the population in the region. Threatened by silting, which takes place from the west to east. On the image, the oases with the palm gardens are reported in red, white, and light pink color. Low IR reflection, okay, represents these beings already partially buried by the advancing sands encroachment. Here sands encroachment is in the line structure which all runs to the river and ephemeral stream beds, which in the event of territorial rains carry the water to the draw. Next is Ismailia. Okay, false color. Okay, two different types of images, a radar and optical one, cover neighboring areas of Egypt. In the ERS image, we recognize is speckle, a typical noise of in radar image. The radar signal penetrates the Earth's surface to certain depths, mistaking such images suitable for representing relief structure and different moisture conditions. The dark lines at the bottom of the image represent an ancient river network covered with wind-blown sand. In the optical landscape image, we recognize the middle and alluvial depression where vegetation grows continuously. In the northwestern part, one can see the agriculture of the Nile Delta. In the south, on the basis of irregular irrigation system called pivots, circular structure. Arable land reclaimed from the desert is overgrown with vegetation. In the color differences between the various circles are due to difference in crops and state of irrigation. Okay, next is Namib. Namib desert extends along the west coast of Africa. हम अफ्रीका में वो देखते हैं नामीब a longitude similar and to the Kalahari deserts. A longitude similar to the Kalahari deserts के longitude में same है. The Khusib is an ephemeral river. Okay, Khusib is an ephemeral river which forms the clear border between the sandy desert and the stony desert in the north. The parallel structure in the sandy deserts and linear dunes which are moving islands. Okay, some of the sand ends up in the sea, where it is then carried along by the ocean currents and deposited back along the coast. Okay, this is how the coast evolves, and the two extensions are formed in the sea. The inset picture shows Walvis Bay, a major city on the Atlantic coast, located on the interface point between sandy and stony desert. The panchromatic image resolution 15 meter. Okay, shows more details than the color composite. Okay, the street pattern of Walvis Bay is clearly recognizable. Taklamakan. Okay, Taklamakan. The Taklamakan desert extends over Central Asia, Mongolia, and China. The images shows the landscape near the Chinese city in edge of Kashi, located on the edge of the Taklamakan region, which is part of the Silk Road. It is situated at the interface between mountains and the plateau, where there are scores of talus along the streambeds and streambeds. One finds vegetation corresponding to the agricultural activity to the local population. Okay, next is Great Victoria. Great Victoria is a semi-major covering a great part of the Central Australia. Australia is relatively the most rich continent after Antarctica. About 70% of continent is unable to support agriculture in any form of in much of it can be used only for grazing of a limited number of sheep or cattle. A relatively large amount of precipitation falls in Great Victoria Desert, so that it still supports steppe vegetation in the form of xerophyte plants. The lines we observe, the ephemeral river crossing in the area. The color shades indicate difference in the structures of and composition of the surface. In the southwestern part of the image, a cloud flares over the desert landscape. Next is rank वाइज जो डेजर्ट है तो उसको हम दिखाएंगे. ओके, तो अंटार्कटिका कोल्ड विंटर. ओके, लोकेशन क्या है, कहाँ पर है, ये अंटार्कटिका में है. देन एक कोल्ड विंटर हम पढ़ रहे हैं. ओके, देन सॉरी कोल्ड विंटर है अंटार्कटिका. सहारा ये सब ट्रॉपिकल. ओके, ये नॉर्थ अफ्रीका, अल्जीरिया, चाद, इजिप्ट. ओके, लीबिया, माली. ओके, वेस्टर्न सहारा में है, सहारा सब ट्रॉपिकल में. एंड अरबियन डेजर्ट सब ट्रॉपिकल. वेस्टर्न एशिया, इराक, जॉर्डन, ओमान, कतर, अरब एमिरेट्स एंड यमन में. एंड गोबी डेजर्ट कोल्ड विंटर, सेंट्रल एशिया, मंगोलिया. ओके, Kalahari Desert subtropical. Okay, Southern Africa, Angola, Namibia, South Africa. Okay, Great Victoria Desert. Okay, subtropical in Australia. It is in Australia. सो अंटार्कटिका में बहुत बड़ी है इसका एरिया बहुत ज़्यादा है. ओके, लगभग 1,40,00,000 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर, 1.4 स्क्वायर किलोमीटर. अगेन नेक्स्ट स्पाइस डिजर्ट सब ट्रॉपिकल वेस्टर्न एशिया में. ग्रेट ब्रिटेन डेजर्ट कोल्ड विंटर यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स में. चबन डिजर्ट जो नॉर्थ अमेरिका में है. एंड ग्रेट सैंडी डिजर्ट सब ट्रॉपिकल ऑस्ट्रेलिया. ओके, देन हम डिस्कस करेंगे, हम देखेंगे या और भी कोलोराडो प्लेटोस कोल्ड डिजर्ट्स वहाँ पर, और हम हैं थर्ड डिजर्ट जो है इंडिया में है. ओके, इंडिया और पाकिस्तान में थर्ड डिजर्ट. ओके, एंड सिम्पसन डिजर्ट ओके ऑस्ट्रेलिया में है. ओके, अटाकामा डिजर्ट जो साउथ अमेरिका में है, चिली और पेरू. ओके, सो That's where he have 24 digits, okay, list, okay. So it is some have are important, okay. Sonoran digit hai North America mein, so it is some are important, okay. So that's why it is the important topics, and I think it is help to your to increase your thoughts of about the digits conditions, okay. So thank you for seeing it, okay.